DJI's brand new Osmo Action 5 Pro is a bit of a ripper. And in this video, I want to go through seven reasons why you should consider checking out this awesome camera if you're looking for a brand new action camera this year. Hey there, welcome to the channel. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Adventure Tim. I've been into GoPros and action cameras like the DJI Osmo Action 5 for about 7 years now. And I love learning and exploring these awesome little contraptions. If you're into action cameras like I am and want to get the most out of it, why not consider subscribing? All right, so the first reason you should definitely check out a DJI Osmo Action 5 is it has a dynamic range of 13.5 stops. Now, what does that mean? Well, dynamic range is actually the ratio between the whitest whites you can film and the darkest darks or the blackest blacks. So it means it's like a measure of how much contrast that your camera can capture. So if you're heading into a dark area or a shaded area, how blacks the blacks are going to be like right now, or if you're out in the light, how bright the brights can be without losing any definition in those far ends of the spectrum. Now, the fact that DJI Osmo Action 5 has a dynamic range of 13.5 stops is comparable with digital SLR cameras. That's how much of a jump forward it is compared to the previous model and also other brands of action camera as well. And the reason for this wider dynamic range is due to the DJI's new next generation sensor, which is in the Osmo Action 5 Pro. Right, so one of the reasons why this you should definitely check out this camera is it has dual OLED touch screens on the front and on the back of the camera. Now, we're looking at the front of the camera right now. If you have a good look, you see how it has the same kind of options that we have on the front. So over here on the right-hand side, we tap on that one there. It's going to bring up our exposure, white balance, and color options, just like on the front. And of course, you can go into your microphone settings here as well. This can come in super handy, of course. So if we switch back to this one here, and then you can go to exposure, for example. You can change your EV on the left-hand side, or you can change these other settings over here as well, your ISO, or you can just go back to auto, which is where I had it before. And when you're done with that, you can hit confirm. And that's confirmed your details. All right, so when you're happy with that, you swipe back and you're back to your main screen. We've got our zoom option down the bottom here. Currently it's set at 1. If we hold down onto that one there, bring up a little dial, and you can adjust it to up to 2 times zoom, which is pretty cool. It is a digital zoom though. Oops, it's a digital zoom, so it's probably not going to be quite the same as on a regular SLR camera, but that's still a pretty good option. Once you're happy with that, down the bottom here, you tap on, you lift up, and it brings up all your settings for your lens options up here. You can see where it says wide. You can tap on that, you can choose what lens you want to use. Or you can also over here play with things like stabilization, like turn off rock steady, turn it on, go up to rock steady plus, or one of the new options on the Osmo Action 5, which is horizon balancing. We're going to check out that in a future video. So just put it back to normal rock steady. Oops. Now, also over here on the left-hand side, you can see the video camera icon. If I tap on that one there, it's going to bring up your options like you'd have on the rear of the camera as well. So you can swipe it to the left to bring out photo mode, or we can go to the right and choose things like super night, super night, subject tracking, slow motion, etc., etc. Just go back to video. Okay, so when you're happy with that, it returns to this screen here. And of course, another cool thing is you can play back your footage too. So you can see how it looks without going around the back of the camera and wasting extra time and maybe tripping over your tripod legs if you're a bit clumsy like me. So you can see it's got the little play icon there. You can just tap on that and it's going to bring up your last little bit of footage. And you can also see more than one video that you've recently recorded by tapping on this top little sort of 4 squares up there, and that's going to bring back your last few videos that you can scoot through, or photos as well, and find the right one, and you can hit the play button. So that's a really super cool option, I think, about the DJI Osmo Action 5. The fact that you've got those dual touch screens, and there are a million different ways where this would come in handy. If you can think of one of them even, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Another reason I think you should definitely check out this camera is it has awesome and super easy voice commands. So first of all you need to do is turn on voice commands, and that's super easy. So from the rear screen, we just want to swipe down You see how here on the bottom line, we have four different options, and the third one has this dude with something coming out of his mouth. We're going to tap on that one there. So what we've done right now is we've just turned voice commands or voice control on. So to see what your voice commands are is super easy as well. Over here on the top right, you see how we've got this, looks like a wing nut. You tap on the wing nut, it's going to bring up your settings. And we can scoot through your settings, and we'll just scroll down to where it says voice control. Okay, so the cool thing about this one here, first of all, it kind of tells you a couple of different languages you can choose through. You can choose through Mandarin, or you can choose through English in this screen. Of course, there are a bunch of other options, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. But the thing that we're looking at here, in English at least, is where it says voice commands. And if we tap on that one there, it brings up our 4 voice commands. That's all there is. There's only 4. There's start recording, stop recording, take photo, and shut down, right? Simple as that. 4 options. So we'll get out of here right now. We do have the icon on. You can see how it's bright yellow. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to get this up and running. Okay, so voice command number 1, start recording. Okay, so straight away, the Osmo Action 5 Pro has started filming just like that. Okay, stop recording. There you go. So in a second, it's stopped, it's heard those commands. They're simple, they're easy, they're not complicated. And in this case, it stopped recording. Okay, take photo. All right, so we didn't even have to change modes then. The camera just straight away took a photo, which is really nice. All right, so the last command that we can use, or the last voice command we can use with the Osmo Action 5 Pro is shut down. So if we say, and just like that, your Osmo Action 5 has turned itself off. If you don't speak a language other than Mandarin or English, it's really simple to change the language here on the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. All you need to do is from the rear screen, swipe down, and over here on the far right, you'll see how we've got the settings icon. So we'll tap on that, tap on the wing nut. Now, if we scroll down the settings menu, you'll see we have language as one of the options. Tap on language, it's now going to bring up your language options. So I'm an Australian, I speak English, but if you speak a different lingo, we also have Mandarin, we also have traditional Mandarin there as well. German, Spanish, French, Russian, and so much more. Even Turkish, and even ones for my friends over in Indonesia, as well as Polish. So you apply your tick next to whichever language you choose, and then once you're done with that, you can press the back arrow, and you back out into the settings screen, and then swipe it all the way back up, and you're good to go and start recording. All right, so one of the big improvements with this year's Osmo Action 5 Pro is the size of photographs that you can take with this camera. It's really super simple to get into the camera mode. So down the bottom here, you see we've got the icon, the video camera icon. We just tap on that. It's going to bring up our menu, our filming menu. And if we slide it to the left, you'll see how photo is one of the options. So once we've done that, we've now locked on to the photo mode. And then down the bottom of the screen here, you can see how we have our options for taking great photographs. So here at the top, we have the aspect ratio, which starts off from a medium-sized photo at 16:9 with the aspect ratio of the size of 8 megapixels. But if you slide it to the left, you can go up to some larger file sizes, and you can shoot at up to 40 megapixels at an aspect ratio of 4:3. It's pretty impressive at 16:9 aspect ratio as well, where it comes in at 36 megapixels. Now on the Osmo Action 4, the largest one you could have, or the largest picture size you could have, was around about 10 megapixels. So this is a big improvement on that previous camera. Now down the bottom here, if we have a quick look, you can see how we've got what's basically a little bit like a burst mode. It actually shows you the number of photos it'll take per second. So right now it's in a setting where it says 3p, 1 second, that means 3 photographs in 1 second. So we can test that by getting out of this screen here just quickly and pressing on the shutter. Okay, so as you see, it just took 3 beautiful photos. Now we go back into that option there. You can of course adjust it all the way up to 9 photos per 3 seconds if you wish. Now turn it to off. Up the top here it says, your timer or your countdown option. So you can have it running from, or off obviously, from half a second all the way up to 10 seconds. So if you want to grab that family photo or that group photo, it's super easy in this mode. At the top here it says STD, which back in the 90s was something we used to really worry about a lot. But if you click on it right now, you see there's nothing to fear because that just means your lens options. So the first one is standard or de-warped view. And if you swipe it up one, like so, you'll get the wide angle view, which gives you a little bit more area that it's covering, okay? So a little bit more area that's covering. We'll tap out of here, go to the back arrow, take it back to our main screen. And once you're happy with your setting, you can actually just swipe down and you're back to your photo mode. Of course, you can also see your photos super easy too from over here by just tapping on that play button. And it also shows any videos you've taken as well. Beautiful, right on. Oh, let's get back to the main screen. Yeah, back to the main screen. Now we're going to show you a couple of photos that we've taken using the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. And we'll also put all the settings at the bottom of the screen. All right, another really awesome feature of this camera is if you want to find out what your aspect ratio was on a previous shot, it's super easy. You just go over here to the play button. And so this is one of the photographs I just took a moment ago. If you look down the bottom here, it's got the icon showing photo mode. And just next to that, it says M, which is the medium size photograph that was taken. And it's got the aspect ratio, which is really great. It's also got like a little heart symbol. So if you like it, you can tap on it. Of course, you can also delete it quick and easy too if you don't like, and we'll show you how to do that in a second. So if you tap on that top square there, or the top little 4 squares, it actually shows you all the photographs you've taken, and once again, in each case, it has the aspect ratio you've used. So the very last one I took was 16:9, which is pretty good. Right, so if you're taking a photo and you think, oh my God, that stinks, I don't like it, well, it's pretty easy to get rid of it as well. So on the left side of the screen, you tap over there, it brings up these 2 icons. One is the heart, means you love it. And if you want to get rid of it, you press the trash can button or the garbage bin button. It's that easy. How cool is that? All right, so one of the great features of the Osmo Action 5 Pro this year is a feature called Super Night. And Super Night uses AI to generate the best performance in low light conditions. Okay, so we're going to show you right now how quick and easy it is to access that mode. So from the rear screen, you can see the video icon. I'm just going to tap on that one there. Then we're just going to move it across one to the mode, which is Super Night. Now in this option here, we can click on or tap on the options down the bottom there to bring up our resolution. And as you can see, we have options between 1080p all the way up to 4K, 16:9. By the way, 16:9 is the only aspect ratio you can use with this setting. You do have a few different frame rate options though, from 24 up to 30. And if you like, you can also turn Rocksteady on or off. And you also have the option of Rocksteady Plus. And we also have over here option of the standard lens or the wide one. So once you're happy with those settings, what you want to do is you want to go back into the regular screen and you are good to go. It's that simple. And as I said, it actually creates some great footage when you are filming at night or in low light situations that will just blow your mind. Check out these couple of clips now.
All right, so this gives you a bit of an idea of just how good the settings are with the Osmo Action 5 Pro. We're just recording in video mode right now, and out here at night time, softball players happening behind me, softball training tonight, and you can see the quality is pretty decent, but you should check it out when we check it on the smart night mode. All right, so same location, pretty much the same time of night here, only a few seconds after that first piece that we just recorded. And this is how it looks, super night mode. Softball training's happening just like before, and there are some lights here around the edge of the field. You can just see the quality, the color, and it's pretty impressive, right? This is insane, this kind of quality from a action camera, especially one as small but powerful like the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Whoop. Well, better get back to training.
All right, so undoubtedly one of the coolest features of this new camera is the fact that it has built-in storage. It's the first action camera of its kind, or the first action camera to have this feature, and it's super exciting. It actually has 64 gig of storage, but with bits and pieces on there, it means you actually have 47 gig of space, which is still pretty sensational. So to access that, or to kind of find out what your status is super easy. So from the main screen, you want to swipe down. Now we're going to swipe to the right. It's going to bring up your storage screen. On the left here, you can see how much has been used of this is the internal settings, and it kind of shows us that how much we currently have available. If I had an SD card in there, it would have its details there, and you can just tap on it if you want to switch across to that particular option. And yeah, it's as simple as that. If you want to, like, say, delete your storage or format your internet storage or your internal storage, that's super easy as well. Just got to tap this, just got to go from this screen here, tap where it says storage, and then you're going to tap on that option there where it's going to format it. You can also do the same if you highlight the SD card, if you have an SD card in your camera. Once you're done with that, once you're happy with that, swipe back to this main screen, or the main option screen, and swipe up, and you are good to go. All right, feature number 7 is the one that I am super excited about, and I'm sure a lot of people are as well. It's called active subject tracking. And basically the camera works as a bit of a gimbal while you're out using it without having to actually move the camera in the first place. I'm going to show you how simple it is to set this one up. So down the bottom here, we have our options, or our filming options. So currently set on the photograph from our previous example. If you tap on that one there, and now we kind of moved across to where it says subject tracking mode. So what that does now is that it sets on the screen, as you can see, there's like a little box, an outline of a box, an oblong box. And what that means is that anything within that frame, the camera is going to move to kind of track it. It's going to find an object, or find a subject, or find a person, and it's going to move slightly within that frame. Okay, so the highest quality you can have is 2.7K at 30 frames per second at 16:9 ratio, but you can also change that if you wish to, you can also change that resolution up to 9:16 as well. So say you're shooting for TikTok video, or maybe a Instagram Reels, it's super easy to do that as well. Okay, so we've got a couple of different options there as well. So we can go up to, 60 frames per second, which is pretty sensational when you think about it. So let's have a bit of a play around with that right now. So we're going to slot it back here to 16:9, and we're going to put it at the highest setting. I'm just going to dance in front of the camera right now, and we're going to turn it on. All right, so from here, from the front screen, I can actually see how it has like a box, and it's kind of tracking me. I think you can see it too, as I'm moving across. So when I'm filming in the shot, it's actually tracking what I'm doing. So you could be coming in real quick, or going back nice and slow, moving to the left, or moseying to the right. I could have those directions, a little bit back to front. That's a really super cool option, subject tracking with the Osmo Action 5 Pro.
All right, so this time we are using the different aspect ratio of 9:16, the TikTok or the Instagram Reels version. On the screen right now, I can see like the outline of a oblong or a rectangle, and as I move across the frame, it's kind of keeping me in the frame for the whole shot. So this is really great. Say you're doing a video where like maybe you're moving around, perhaps you're in the kitchen, you're cooking something, you're going to the oven, you're going back to the fridge, maybe you're grabbing, I don't know, some yogurt or something out of there, and then you're moving back again. The camera is kind of tracking you as long as you are within the frame. So right now I'm on the extremity, and here is the other extremity. But how cool is this? This is such an exciting thing. The way that an action camera can do this is really totally blowing my mind. And out of all the different features and options today, I think this one is definitely the most fun.
So that's 7 great reasons why you should definitely check out the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. But hey, we're only getting warmed up. I haven't mentioned the stabilization or the underwater abilities of this camera, or even the awesome battery life. We'll save that for a future video. If you do want to learn more about this awesome camera, then what you need to do is click on this video over here next. As usual, thank you for your company today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.